Hamidbar, Mizotolami, Hamidbar. Dodi, Anilo, Haroed, Ashoshanim, Dodi.
Good morning, everyone. Looks like such great weather. What do you think? Isn't it weather for a wedding? All right. Well, since you are a bridegroom and bride, we're going to welcome you to the traditional way. Like all bridegrooms and brides are welcome with these words from our tradition.
Ruchim habayim b'shem Adonai, mi'adir al hakol, mi'baruch al hakol, mi'gadol al hakol, yivarech et katan v'et hakala.
Be the ones that come in the name of God. We bless you out of the house of God. Serve the Lord with gladness. Come before him with singing. O God, supremely blessed, supreme in might, continue to bless his bridegroom and bride. So we offer a special prayer on this occasion of your 25th wedding anniversary. Eternal God, in the fullness of this day's joy, we turn our hearts in praise and gratitude to Thee. We thank Thee for Thy favor, which has preserved and sustained this happy couple and permitted them to reach this hour. In the midst of family and friends and loved ones, they look back in reverence and grateful reminiscence upon the span of years since first they pledged their hearts to each other. Many and varied have been the experiences since that hour. Many have been the mingled occasions of victory and defeat, of fulfillment and disappointment. We thank Thee for the joys unnumbered with which Thou hast sweetened their lives, and we praise Thee that with Thy help they have surmounted their trials. As Thou hast blessed them in the past, so continue to bless them in the years to come. May it be Thy will that these be years of health and contentment, of unclouded bliss in the circle of their family and love, of righteous and loving service to those who are far and to those who are near. And let us say, Amen. And so to renew their vows, we need to go back in time a little bit. When Sandy shared with me that she and Scott were celebrating their 25th wedding anniversary, I suggested maybe we would renew their vows. They were so happy. I mean, excuse for a new dress, jewelry. Absolutely. Party. Sandy's there. Not flying above me during this busy time. I shared with them, and I reassured them I had nothing else to do. So with the stress of the holidays, which in many ways mirrors the stresses of everyday life, it's just good to pause and celebrate that which brings us together. Google, lenses, a little notch, and friendship. So here we are, almost the very day when the two of you on September 28th, 1989. 86. Remember Scott? That was his dad. 1986. You walk down the aisle where? Was it Al Gower's? Al Gower's in Northbrook, Illinois. The romance capital of the world. So they decided to change it to Hilton. It was a Sunday morning, and most importantly, this is very important. You know, I ask this of every couple. What is the most important thing that you remember? The Bears were playing the Cincinnati Bengals. That is so romantic. And as the Bears had won the Super Bowl the year before, everyone was in the bar watching the game. And the band leader was giving the score throughout the evening. Some people did want to know, and they were using this newfangled device called a VCR. The guys were dressed in gray tuxedos with peach collar buttons and ties. And most importantly, Scott had hair. And it was red. The beautiful and elegant Sandy Grander loved to rain notes. And despite the pouring rain outside, not allowing anything to rain on her parade, she simply willed the rain to stop. And it did. And just before the ceremony, no more rain. And then after the ceremony, she said, okay. And it began raining again. Sandy was 24, Scott was 26. The president was Sandy's mom and Scott's parents. Think of them right now. Scott and Sandy, how did they meet? They met, well, met after college. Sandy's I'm trying to follow this, and I took the notes. Sandy's ex-boyfriend's mother fixed them up on a date. Yeah, you heard that right. Her ex-boyfriend's mother was their shotgun. Now, as a parent and myself with grown children, I know how that can be. You know, if your kids date, once in a while they bring home someone really good, and then they have the nerve to break up. I mean, that's just not fair. So you have to make a quick and painful decision. Do I toss out my own flesh and blood, or do I keep out the new one? Not always an easy choice. But in this case, the ex's mom was very realistic. She knew her son blew it. So making the match with another fellow who was a fraternity brother to her son was easy. And by the way, it wasn't as if the two of them hadn't actually met. You see, well, the first time they met, the match, shall we say, wasn't quite there yet. The first time Scott met Sandy, she was with Michael. And the second time was at Scott's 21st birthday, and he was drunk. So it was probably best they became reacquainted, a bit, shall we say, more mature and settled. They dated for 8 months, got engaged, and married a year later. And the rest, shall we say, is history. That's quite a story. Most of it being true, of course. We should change the name to protect the innocent. Right? It's bad. But I can only go so far. We want to be miracle. Okay. Same variation. Close. Okay. Well, now you've got your kids, your family, your synagogue community, and friends. And the years have come and gone. Unbelievable. So, here we are to celebrate. And here we are to reflect upon the very important question that brings you here. And that is, if you were to do it all again, would you do it all over again? And the answer is your presence here. Before the ceremony began, we signed a new ketubah that talks about the reflection of your values and the things that are very important to you. And I commend everyone here to read the ketubah that they signed. It talks about things that not only you believe in, but that you act upon. You are a couple that really, truly love each other more each day. I don't know how you do it. Maybe it's a little something that you put in his drink. Maybe it's what you make at night. I don't know what it is. Sometimes easier than others and vice versa. But you know what? There is such love between the two of you. And there is a sense of common values on how you wanted your kids raised and how important the temple was and how you work out the various issues of life itself. Now, Scott is he whispered to me, he said, don't you remember that you said to me, I was your youngest temple president. He was the first president who was actually younger than me by 3 years. And so, you know, I had to do some coaching here, right? I mean, we worked together. We had a coaching. He was, shall I say, a little stubborn, a little opinionated. Well, you know, we had to work on some things. But one thing I never ever had to do was give marriage counseling. In fact, this guy, he knew how to be a great husband and a wonderful father. He knew that giving up himself 100% to Sandy's happiness and to that of his kids. And if sometimes as a dad he might have been a little stern or tough, well, God, look at the results. And look again. You guys have turned out great. We're all very, very proud of you. And Sandy, you two have been so involved in the temple, and you bring out not only the best in Scott, but sometimes you temper him a little bit, you know? And you're always there with that positive sense of optimism that everything's going to be right. And you have a charm and a beauty that is not only inside but out. And so the years for the two of you have not only passed, but they have enriched your lives. And they've made both of you better people and people who realize just how deeply blessed you are. So for everyone here, we share in your nachas and your joy. May you continue to know so many more years of blessing, good health, that you will share together as husband and wife. This is that day, that special day, which every day you make blessed with God's help. We rejoice and declare happiness therein. In sharing with life's joys and happiness, we symbolize that this Tishka. In case it gets lost, it says Scott. 6/18/1903, which was the day of consecration. All right. Go ahead and share this with your bride. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei Baruch atah. As you share the wine from this cup, may it be a reminder of beautiful occasions you had and a portent of the joys that you will have in the future. Well, it wouldn't be a renewal of vows without a renewal of vows. And so, I know that there's something special each one of you would like to say to the other. I think we're going to have Scott go.
25 years. Can you hear me? Okay. 25 years ago, we started our life together with hope and dreams. Today, we stand here having fulfilled those dreams and more. Sandy, I must thank you for everything you've done to make that possible. For never making me say when we would let me, even when we had just moved in and hadn't even unpacked boxes yet. For doing such an awesome job raising our children when I was on the road almost every week. Most important, for being the best friend and lover I ever had and could ever want. Today, we have a whole new set of dreams together. We will achieve those and more. I love you very much.
You should have let me go first. Scott, 25 years ago, on a rainy Sunday, the Bears were playing the Bengals, and they won 44-7. Today, they're playing Carolina, but I don't think anybody will be in the bar watching the game today. The sun came out, and we got married. When you ask me why I married you, my standard line is, you have good earning potential. But really, I saw a man who loved me and wanted to give me the world, which you have done. At the center of our relationship is our friendship, and that is what has carried us through 25 years of good times, and sometimes not so good times. We have built a life with two fantastic children, wonderful friends, and family who are here today. My grandma always said to me, you got the pick of the litter, and why was she right? Today we renew our vows in front of all who so much us, To say we are committed today as we were 25 years ago, and will be for the next 25 and more. I love you.
We got to give him a round of applause for that. Okay, as you look at each other and hold each other's hands, repeat after me these words. We consecrate ourselves anew
We consecrate ourselves anew
unto one another
unto one another
in love
in love
and faithfulness,
and faithfulness,
in truth
in truth
and uprightness,
and uprightness,
willing to share
willing to share
each other's burden,
each other's burdens,
in health
health,
and in sickness,
and in sickness,
in adversity
and adversity,
and in prosperity
and in prosperity
throughout our lives.
throughout our lives.
So you've renewed your vows. In a moment, we will bless you. But before we do that, the kids want to say something from their hearts to you.
Okay, so before I even start, I just have to give my mom a hard time. She comes up to me, first of all, on Wednesday at temple, then I talked to Rabbi, and we're like, okay, we're going to surprise our parents, we're going to say a little something during the ceremony. And then the other night, my mom says, you and your brother better have something to say. So there. Mom and Dad, first off, happy anniversary. The other night at dinner, you two talked about the best part of your 25 years together. I know the real truth is, it's the 21 years you spent me. On a serious note, 25 years is a huge accomplishment, and I am happy I'm here to celebrate with you. Over the years, you have taught me many valuable life lessons, but the one thing that stands out the most is the value of love and a life partner. I say all the time that when I am married one day, my marriage will be filled with... With as much love as yours is. No marriage is perfect, but you guys have found a way to make it perfect for you, and that is the best a couple can ask for. Your love for each other has only enhanced the ways in which you helped me to develop into the person I am. Congratulations, and I love you both. And just remember, 6 years means a family trip to Hawaii.
Alright, so I got something too, but it's on my phone. Mom and Dad. Mom was up on the big Q side. Even if a certain 17 of those did not shine the other people. You spent the last 2.5... Yeah, we didn't even plan that. You spent the last 2.5 decades together, and you're both still with us. And that's just enough to celebrate. So, happy anniversary.
All right. You have the ring that you'd like to give your bride, and you'd like to give your husband. Scott's going to go first. She'll look at your bride, say these words to her. All right? I, Mikudeshet, Li, B'Tava'at, Zo, Kedat, Moshe, V'Yisrael. With this ring, be thou reconsecrated unto me as my wife, according to the law of Judaism. She places the ring on Scott, say to him these words, Ani, V'Dodi, Li. I, my beloved, my beloved, is my home. So you have renewed your vows, and recommitted yourselves. So we ask God's blessing upon you, on your children, on your family. Phil shares with you the special prayer from his heart to yours.
And watch us where we go, and help us to be wise in times when we don't know. Let this be our prayer, and please will obey. Lead us to a place, guide us with your grace, give us faith so we'll be saved. Lead us to a place, guide us with your grace, give us faith so we'll be saved.